Hello and welcome to the Friday Magic the Gathering artwork video. So we're on to M11. For this one I've tried to keep my selections fairly tight because I noticed that I was sort of increasing the amount of artwork we were going through and the videos were getting longer, and the whole point originally was to keep this fairly short and sweet. So I've gone back here to really just including the rares that I pulled, and you know, as luck would have it, a lot of those have really interesting artwork. I've shoved in a couple of lower rarities of each colour as well, just to mix it up a little bit. I think I mentioned in the set musings, if you're interested in seeing some of the land artwork, then definitely watch my Land Ahoy videos that I've done. One each Christmas, I think the last two Christmases, because there's a lot of really cool land artwork in that, including M11, so check those out for the land artwork. So let's go through. We're going to go through in colour order of the rares. Again, I've not included the foils because I've noticed then they don't look great always on camera, so I've stopped sort of looking at those quite so much. So we'll go through. We've got Sarah Ascendant. That was the that one. Commander favourite in white. Leyline of Sanctity. If I spot anything not obvious, I will point it out. This card, this one is actually popping really interesting on camera. There's a lot of details. Like some cards, once you get them on camera, there's almost like they look more 3D for some reason than they look like off a camera. I don't know why that is. Almost like an extra depth here. This around here looks definitely very different on camera than it does off. Nice Sphinx here. I'm not sure what this is. Quite, this is down here. Traumatize was in the set. If you're a fan of Mill. And we had that cycle of tribal lords, one of which was Captivating Vampire. That was the only tribal lord I think I opened from packs. I don't think I opened quite as much M11 as I thought I did. I was trying to think which core set I opened the most of, and it might have even been M10. There was one where, just because of the amount of various toolboxes I opened, there seemed to be a lot of a particular one, and I think the only one I opened 2 toolboxes of would be the first toolbox, which I think I said had M10 in it as the core set rather than M11. So here's Royal Assassin. That's been in a few core sets. Reverberate. So we're moving on to red. To take a look at Magma Phoenix. Yeah, again it's a little bit clearer. Here you see, you can definitely, that beak is much clearer when you start to zoom in. Ancient Hellkite. Again with this one, the bird's a parrot. The actual bird itself is really popping. Wow, it's quite different on camera than when I look at it. Unfortunately, I'm probably not capturing. The downside is the colour. So off of camera, this is a bit more of a brighter, like almost brass-like colour to it. and there's more range of colours here when you look at it off of camera than maybe so yeah, it's sort of, again, some things being on camera, being on close, and when you do off camera. I suppose I could adjust this camera slightly in terms of the colour balance. Garruk Wildspeaker. Notice with these Planeswalker cards, which were a mythic now. Leyline, I think, was the only set where Planeswalkers were at regular rarity because mythic hadn't come in. But you can see they're doing this thing where they're extending the artwork a little bit beyond the borders, which is something we saw, I think, as well in the original Zendikar block. So with the Rise of the Eldrazi. Sword of Vengeance. That looks nice. Temple Bell. And now it's a lot easier to see these figures here. Maybe you've never noticed them before. I had to include a Terramorphic Expanse as it was in the set. So these are some of the cards that aren't a rare, but I just thought they were interesting. I wanted to have a bit of a look at the artwork up close, see if anything interesting pops out. So we've got a Condemn. We have an old favourite, a Pacifism. See, there's a further flower motif over here. Jace's Ingenuity. I didn't have, interesting enough, I didn't have a lot of the namesake cards. I was originally going to see how many I could pull, and I've got all the namesake cards I pulled here. So, there's one of the ones for Jace. As I didn't have another one, there's a mana leak here. We've got Liliana's Caress and Liliana's Specter, which is a card I've not really looked that close at, actually. There's all these rather eerie looking tentacles out the back there. Wow. And Chandra's Outrage. And of course, we've got Lightning Bolt in the set. So as I didn't have the other Chandra's namesake, I thought I'd include this. They reprinted originally in M10 after a very long absence. And the green ones, we got Garruk's Companion. I don't know if there's anything interesting going on down here. I don't think so. I think that's just texturing. You see up here, see that? I don't know if that's supposed to be a bird of paradise or not. And, oh, there's another one where I did actually have both of the namesakes, so Garruk's Packleader. And there we have it. Hope you've enjoyed that relatively quick for me, look through some of the artwork that I pulled. Thanks for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode.